Da-da-da-da, it's Blanket Man! What the heck? I have no idea, but we'll go with it. Yeah, I'm keeping this blanket, it's soft. Welcome to the Corner Guys channel. Today we are doing a Shaggy dog story. The best kind of story. If you don't know what that is, or you haven't seen the other ones that I've done, I'll put one up in the card here, and they'll be linked in the description as well. But basically, if you don't want to do that because you're
lazy,
it's pretty much a long story that may or may not end with a magnificent pun, so stay tuned. And don't skip to the end and be lame, that's all I have to say. So once upon a time, there was this man, we'll call him George. Now, George was looking for a job. He was job hunting, you know, and it was pretty hard, as, you know, it is right now, to find a really good job. So he's going on all of, like, the job hunting websites, like Indeed,
Come on. Quicker.
I'm a theater major, man. I don't know real job hunting websites. So yeah, we'll say he found a job on Indeed. Now this is an entry-level position. I'm starting to get a little toasty. This is an entry-level position, and it is a receptionist job at Munder Difflin Paper Company. We'll go with that. Munder Difflin Paper Company, and, you know, he's the receptionist. And his first day of work, it goes great. He's having a good time. He's enjoying meeting all of his coworkers. And his coworkers are also very curious about this new George. Who is he? Why does he have a beard? Why is he named George? Oh, I gotta know. And so they go up to George and they say, hey, we'd love for you to join us for Ryan's birthday party. Who cares about Ryan, man? So George says, yeah, that'd be great. I'd love to go. So they go, they're having a good time at this party. They're playing some Jackbox games. They're playing some drinking games. They're having a good time.
They get a little wasted.
And George has a few too many drinks. What were you thinking, George? And he wakes up in the middle of the desert. Now, he is very confused and hungover and not having the best morning. Naturally, his first instinct is to start wandering to try and find help, because, you know, the desert. So he's wandering, he's, you know, trying to find something, and he's very dehydrated, and he's just not having a good time. And he's just, you know, he ends up falling to his knees, and he's just like, I can't get out of this desert. But then he sees a lever. Why is this lever here? What does it do? Will it bring me cheeseburgers and fries? Who knows? So he goes to the lever, and he's about to pull it when he hears a voice scream, "Stop! Don't pull the lever!" He looks around. He doesn't see anybody. He thinks he's just kind of like hearing stuff. But then he hears the same voice say again, "Look down here." And he looks down, and it's a snake. It's a talking snake, and he thinks he's hallucinating because, you know, he has no water in his frickin' body. But then the snake continues to talk. He says, my name is Nate the snake, and I am in charge of protecting this lever, because if it is pulled, then the entire world will collapse. It will literally implode and then explode and then implode again, and it will be a continuous cycle of horrible stuff, and the world will just end. And so George is like, okay, I won't pull the lever. And Nate the snake says, good, you look like crap. Let's get you fixed up. So George goes with Nate the snake, and Nate gets him some water. He gets him some hash browns, because hash browns freaking slap. And they're just chilling, you know. George is recovering and getting his bearings, and he's like, okay, I think it's time for me to, you know, head back home and get the frick out of this desert. And Nate the snake says, okay, I have a truck you can borrow, but here's a list of reasons why you owe me a favor. 1, you almost destroyed the world, and I stopped you. 2, I saved your life because you would have died for several reasons out here in the desert. Those are big reasons. So George is like, okay, what's this favor you speak of? And Nate the snake says, I have a son, Billy. Now, I am going to die very soon because I am an old snake. And Billy is going to have to take over my position of protecting this lever from being pulled. Billy needs to see the sights of the world. He needs to go travel and see everything before he's trapped here for the rest of his life. So I would like you to take him on that journey. I have a ton of money you can take and just see the sights. And George is like, oh, yeah, that sounds like free vacation. Yeah. So George and Billy the Snake decide to head to New York City first. They see Times Square, they see the Empire State Building, the Statue of Liberty, they go into the frickin'... What is it? What am I trying to think of? I've been there, it's sick.
Hurry up! What do you think I'm paying you for? You don't pay me. You don't even exist. We're just a clever visual metaphor used to personify the abstract concept of thought. One more crack like that and you're out of here. No, please! I have 3 kids.
I can't think of where they go. So we'll just say they go to that awesome McDonald's that's in the middle of Times Square. Anyway, they see that, they end up going, they see the Northern Lights, they see the pyramids, they see the Eiffel Tower, and they eat a bunch of French food. They eat some croissants. After this long journey of seeing the sights, Billy says to George, I think I'm ready to go home now. I'm ready to see my dad and, learn how to take over guarding the lever. And George says, okay. So they get back in the truck, they head towards the desert, they're driving through, they're speeding through the desert.
I have to burp.
Excuse me. So they're speeding through the desert because it's a big desert and they gotta travel some sand. George just takes his foot and you can't see my foot, but I'm doing a floor it motion like, flying it! Stop! Big toe. For those of you that get that reference, thank you. For those of you that don't, if I make an obscure reference like that, it's most likely SpongeBob, and that's all you need to know. So he's flooring it! And just speeding through, going super, super duper fast. And they end up seeing the lever, and George is like, okay, well, time to slow down, because we're getting there. He hits the brakes, but they don't work. The brakes aren't freaking working. Uh-oh. So he's kind of freaking out. He doesn't have very much time. And Nate is like, stop, don't hit the lever. What are you doing? And he's freaking out. George, he doesn't know what to do. He doesn't have time to stop. He can't turn the wheel very much in this short amount of time. And the sand isn't letting him, make sharp turns. So he's got to make a choice. He can either hit Nate the Snake or he can hit the lever. Now, weighing his options really quickly, Nate has a son that can take over guarding the lever, but if he hits the lever, there's no planet at all. It will literally
Die.
His decision is clear. He decides that it is naturally better Nate than lever. Like better Nate than... You get the joke. That's it. That's the... Oh man, I love it. Better Nate than lever, man! If you want to steal that joke and tell it to your friends, go right ahead. All I ask is that you send them here to check out my channel. And while we're talking about my freaking channel, subscribe so you can see all the stupid stuff I do. Classic YouTuber time. Smash that like button, hit the bell notification button, and yeah, there's some videos up there. If you want to watch those, I would greatly appreciate it. Oh, and there's also a little button here. You press that, a thing pops out, and then you hit subscribe so you don't have to like... Did that make sense? Turn your phone like this, and who knows? See you next time. Bye!